The Wanderer by Anonymous. Often the solitary one experiences mercy for himself, the mercy of a measurer, although he, troubled in spirit, over the ocean must long stir with his hands the rime-cold sea. Travel the paths of exile, fate is inexorable. So said the wanderer, mindful of hardships, of cruel deadly combats, the fall of dear kinsmen. Often alone each morning I must bewail my sorrow. There is now none living to whom I dare tell clearly my inmost thoughts. I know indeed that it is a noble custom in a man to bind fast his thoughts with restraint, hold his treasure chest, think what he will. The man weary in spirit cannot withstand fate, nor may the troubled mind offer help. Wherefore those eager for praise often bind a sad mind in their breast-coffer with restraint. So I, miserably sad, separated from homeland, far from my noble kin, had to bind my thoughts with fetters, since that long ago the darkness of the earth covered my goat friend, and I, abject, proceeded thence, winter sad, over the binding of the waves. Sad, I sought the hall of a giver of treasure, where I might find, far or near, one who in the mad hall might know about my people, or might wish to comfort me, friendless, entertain with delights. He knows who experiences it, how cruel care is as a companion to him who has a few beloved protectors. The path of exile awaits him, not twisted gold, thousand feelings, not earth's glory. He remembers retainers and the receiving of treasure. How in youth his goat friend accustomed him to the feast. But all pleasure has failed. Indeed, he knows who must for a long time do without the counsels of his beloved Lord, when sorrow and sleep together often bind the wretched solitary man. He thinks in his heart that he embraces and kisses his Lord, and lays hands and head on his knee, just as he once at times in former days enjoyed the gift-giving. Then the friendless man awakes again, sees before him the dusky waves, the sea-birds bathing, spreading their wings, frost and snowfall, mingled with hail. Then are his heart's wounds the heavier because of that sore with longing for a loved one. Sorrow is renewed when the memory of kinsmen passes through his mind. He greets with signs of joy, eagerly surveys his companions, warriors. They swim away again. The spirit of the floating ones never brings their many familiar utterances. Care is renewed for the one who must very often send his very spirit over the binding of the waves. Therefore I cannot think why throughout the world my mind should not grow dark when I contemplate all the life of men, how they suddenly left the hall floor, the brave young retainers. So this middle earth fails and falls each day. Therefore a man may not become wise before he owns a share of winters in the kingdom of his world. A wise man must be patient, nor must he ever be too hot-tempered, nor too hasty of speech, nor too weak in battles, nor too heedless, nor too fearful, nor too cheerful, nor too greedy with wealth, nor ever too eager for boasting before he knows for certain. A man must wait when he speaks a boast until, stout-hearted, he knows for certain whither the thought of the heart may wish to turn. A prudent man must realize how ghastly it will be when all the wealth of this world stands waste, as now variously throughout this middle earth walls stand beaten by the wind, covered with rime, snow-covered the dwellings. The wine halls go to ruin, the rulers lie deprived of joy, the host has all perished, prowled by the wall, some war-took carried on the way forth, on a bird carried off over the high sea, one the grey wolf shared with death, one a sad-faced nobleman buried in an earth-pit. So the Creator of man laid waste this region until the ancient world of giants, lacking the noises of the citizens, stood idle. He who deeply contemplates this wall steed and the dark life with wise thought, out in spirit, often remembers, long ago, a multitude of battles and speaks these words. Where is the horse? Where is the young warrior? Where is the giver of treasure? Where are the seats of the banquets? Where are the joys in the hall? Alas for bright cup, alas for male warrior, alas for glory of a prince! Our time has gone vanished under night's helm, as if it never were. Now in place of a beloved house stands a wall wondrously high, decorated with the likenesses of serpents. The powers of spears took the nobleman, weapons greedy for slaughter, fate were renowned, and storms beat against these rocky slopes, falling snowstorms bind the earth, the noise of winter when the dark comes. The shadow of night grows dark, sends from the north a rough shower of hail in enmity to the warriors. All the kingdom of earth is full of trouble. The operation of the fates changes the world under the heavens. Here wealth is transitory, here friend is transitory, here man is transitory, here woman is transitory. This whole foundation of the earth becomes empty, so spoke the wise spirit. Said by himself in private meditation, he who is good keeps his pledge, nor shall the man ever manifest the anger of his breast too quickly, unless he, the man, should know beforehand how to accomplish a remedy with courage. It will be well for him who seeks grace, comfort from the Father in the heavens, where a fastness stands for us all.